So have you ever had a brush with fame? Well, I did. I met professional wrestler, the Iron Sheik. Only I broke rule number 6. Hi, my friends. So yes, it's the 1980s. I think it was 1987. And I'm in the Philadelphia airport in the concourse for all the commuter planes. And sitting next to me is the Iron Sheik. A professional wrestler, actually a champion at one time. Signature move was the camel clutch. And I'm traveling with an IBM colleague, Joe Tingley, rest in peace. And Joe keeps telling me, Bill, talk to him. So I talked to him a little bit. I find out that the Iron Sheik is on his way to Boston. I'm there waiting for a flight back to Binghamton. And just chat a little bit, but I didn't get his autograph because I broke rule number 6. So rule number 6 is always carry a pen or something to write with. It comes in handy for all sorts of things. I'm constantly jotting down different ideas. When I worked, I was known for writing down quotes in meetings. And we'd get together at the end of the year and go over all those silly quotes. I'll jot down ideas. I used to jot down terms or things I wanted to look up later. Today, I'll jot down different ideas for when I'm wandering and pondering, and different video ideas and stuff like that I want to do. Also, it doesn't happen a lot, at least not as much as it used to, but I'll still hear, hey, does anybody have a pen? And how nice is it to be able to say, here, I got one. So often when I say always carry a pen, I'll get people that say, I don't need that, I have a phone now. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I use my phone for all sorts of things. I got little lists on there. But there's still something for me about physically writing something down. I think it helps me kind of remember things. And if not, when I take that scrap of paper or that napkin that I've doodled on out of my pocket later on, that's a reminder of it to me. Also, sometimes when I'm with people, I don't necessarily want to be taking out my phone and thinking that I'm ignoring them. Or suddenly seeing all sorts of notifications and getting distracted and tempted to check other things out. And so the paper just seems to be a better form for that. Or if I'm like drawing a map or giving directions to somebody, I'm not going to give them my phone, but I can give them a piece of paper that I've written on. So I'm here at the Finch Hollow Nature Center, or at least I still call it the Finch Hollow Nature Center, even though the center itself is closed. There was an interpretive center there, closed in spring of 2023. But there's still about 18 acres here of land, part of a flood control on I think it's a little Choconut Creek. And so you can come out here and wander if you want a little bit of time to get away. So I have a few favorite pens. In fact, in the bag I hike with, I have one right here. This is a Write in the Rain pen. So it's one that deals with moisture, and I also have Write in the Rain paper. It's also fluorescent orange so that I never lose it, or don't lose it as often, right? So I'll probably also have a little notepad in my bag here as well. So that's one of my favorites. I also recently, past year or so, found one of those blue and white pens, the ones that have like 4 different colored inks inside them, and the little sliders you would click down to change them. It's just fun to play with that. But now that gives me 4 different colors for my doodling capability. And then the final in my hat trick of favorite pens is my stealth pen. So one of my nephews, Norman, and his wife, Caitlin, gave me a little Swiss Army knife. And in it has a little pen, which I find a lot more useful than some of the knives that have a toothpick in it, because that always falls out and you lose it anyway. And so that will come in a pinch if I need to write something down. And of course, I always have Sharpies around. Sharpies are another good alternative. I recently saw a sweatshirt I had where I had a part number written on it with a Sharpie. So rule number 6 is always carry a pen, because you never know when you're going to need to write something down or when somebody wants your autograph. Have a great day, my friends. We'll talk to you soon.
I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for
Uh-oh, that's not good. We'll have to come back and clean that up.